The other thing I'm going to just quickly jump to, Chuck, if I may, is this very peculiar recusal order. I have never seen
Yeah.
anything like this. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
The sitting judge, Lance Walker, who, by the way, is a very good judge and a very conservative judge by reputation and by opinion, someone who, by the way, had bipartisan support when he got on the bench. This federal judge issued an order, I think today, saying that the all six judges in the district would be recusing themselves from this case. Well, you have to ask yourself, is it that they all have transgender children? Is it they all have someone in the school system? Why would they do that? It's not clear why they would do that. I think the reason they're probably doing it is because they don't want a perception of lack of part. They don't want to be perceived as being partial. That is, they want to preserve some sense of impartiality. There is an old case called Baker v. Carr. All the lawyers know it listening to this. And it says basically you can't get yourself too entwined in politics. If you can stay out of it, stay out of it. So the perception I have is that they are trying to stay out of something that is very divisive in the state of Maine, and they have shifted it off to a judge in Rhode Island. Now, the funny part of this is that they're doing it under a statute, 28 USC 636F. And it says that you can do this. You can recuse. I've never seen all the judges in a district recuse themselves overnight, but it says that a judge can recuse, and that pull a different judge into the district, and that judge will adjudicate the matter. The funny part, so they're going to pull in a Rhode Island judge. The funny part is that that provision, and again, you can look it up, 28 USC 636F, it says that there are three things the judge has to do if you're going to hand a case off and you're just kind of like you're going to duck and like the guy behind you catch the ball. Okay, there are three things you have to do. You have to provide a reason for doing that, in order to justify the emergency. You have to provide a duration under which you will be seeking to have jurisdiction transferred. And finally, you have to provide, it's a reason, a duration. Oh, and the duties under section A to C. So they do provide what the duties are to adjudicate the case. They do not provide a duration. So how long does this judge have to sit there in place of the main district? I don't know. And they don't provide a reason, which is really fascinating to me. I mean, I talked with several senior attorneys in the state today, and nobody can really quite tell you why they're recusing themselves. You don't recuse yourself unless you have a personal interest in a case, or there might be a perception that you're not going to be impartial. So I really don't know what'll happen. I will say it's certainly interesting. There are cases around the country that are similar to this, but not exactly the same. And I would tell you that just from what I can see, the equities are with the plaintiffs, and I do not see how you can defend taking someone's First Amendment rights away, declining to give them equal protection and due process, and then this fourth really interesting claim, the idea that a Republican government is guaranteed, and that is essentially being denied by when a legislator cannot speak out. And again, I would encourage people also to look at this case, Bond v. Floyd, 1966, which isn't in the brief, but it really does validate what Representative Libby is seeking to do here, together with the other plaintiffs.